Hi, I'm Ian White. I'm the founder of the Australian Bushflower Essences, and I'm a fifth-generation Australian herbalist. I grew up around Terry Hills, which is about an hour out of Sydney, backed onto National Park, and my grandmother lived next door. And as a young boy, I'd spend as much time as I could with her in the bush. She was a herbalist. We'd make up herbal extracts and tinctures together. I loved that, the walking around, knowing that all these trees and flowers had this amazing healing energy. She died when I was about 8, and a lot of that knowledge that she'd accumulated about the plants was lost. Even though my dad was a herbalist, he was more of the traditional European herbs. So I went off, did university, got very sick traveling in India, came back, started working with yoga, Tai Chi, herbs to rebuild my health. And then I realised that's what I had a real passion for, so I finished my degree and then went and did my naturopathy. And that's where I got exposed to flower essences. But at that time, over 40 years ago, there was only the English flowers. And I thought, why isn't someone working with the Australian plants, knowing from a young boy how powerful they were? And that was the very genesis of the Australian bush flower essences. The bush essences are working on that emotional and spiritual level, but traditionally in all cultures they've said our physical symptoms stem from emotional imbalances. So really we're working in a very preventative way and working at the causal area. I made my very first essence up in 1986, and since that time there's 69 which come from all parts of Australia, in the alpine areas, in the desert, in the red centre, areas like this, the sandstone country of Australia as well. Probably of all the things in my work, the two things I love the most are teaching, sharing knowledge about the essences, and the other thing is just being by myself with the plants, tuning in when I'm making the remedies, researching them, getting that understanding of what healing quality does that plant have. And even some of the flowers I've worked with for over 30 years, each time I'm tuning in, sometimes I'll get some more information about that. Whether it's being out in nature with the bush or being in the ocean, it's something that really recharges and nourishes me. I live looking over Avalon Beach. I can see if the waves are good each morning. My wife, who's the principal harpist for the opera, she's doing a lot of practicing at home, so it's great hearing her beautiful music she's creating. We've been involved in projects where she's done the music, say for the White Light Essence as one of the spiritual ranges. For me, one of the most important things is educating people, showing them the scope of what the essences can do. I'm very driven to let people, not just here in Australia but everywhere, know about the essences and how that can bring about healing. Really, that's my vision, to go out and have as many people exposed and understand what the essences are and how it can help them be a lot happier and healthier in their lives. Better quality.